Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for checking in today. We have another unboxing here for Victory at Sea. This is an older one, but one of our pieces here for the British fleet. So this is the HMS Warspite. We'll be right back after we get this open for you. Alrighty, we got everything open up here for you. So this is the Warspite. So this is still one of those releases from the initial wave that has a World of Warships code in there for you. Our usual working with Warlord resin sheet, the tab sliders for damage. Again, a lot of people are probably just using dice to represent that. The assembly guide here, pretty simple. So basically just the turrets and then some masts. Very easy. Painting guide as well. So whether you go on Army Painter or Vallejo, we got all that, or actually a combination of both, I should say. So you have that on there. Metal bits, pretty simple. Really just, again, those bits that you see there on the assembly guide. But awesome double barrel turrets there. And then, of course, the thing that we're here for really is the model itself. So pretty sweet here. Not the largest of the battleships, so this is still relatively small compared to some of the bigger behemoths later on, like Yamato and the Missouri, of course. But again, really great detail here. Warlord definitely did a great job, especially with that good resin that they're using now. So all the secondary guns there. And again, kind of showing her World War I vintage here. So kind of a head-on shot there. And again on this side. So overall, really good stuff here. Pretty much nothing in the way of flash, just a little bit of stuff there. No warpage, and again, just really awesome crisp detail there on the Warspite. And then the card itself, so reflects the ship's interesting history. So 375 to start with here, so relatively slow, good armor, 73 on the hull. It's got aircraft 2 and torpedo belt 2, the 4 turrets, the dual 15 inches here, reaching out to 30 inches. So again, she will be outranged by certain other ships. 2 attack dice, +2 on the AP, and 3 per damage dice, so nothing to scoff at there. 2 separate sets of light guns, with the 6-inch guns, and then the 4-inch guns actually outranging them by quite a bit. Those are dual purpose there on the 4-inchers, and both restricted and weak. AA starts out at initially as a local 6. Then if we flip over, again, really interesting history of the ship, just damaged so many times and came back each time. So originally commissioned in 1915, refitted in 1937 as major refits here, but others here later on in the war. So in 1942, we can add radar and increase the AA to local 7 for 55 points, so a good chunk of points there. We remove aircraft and increase to local 8 for -5 points in 1943. And then from that then onward, basically reflecting a lot of the serious damage she suffered. So badly damaged September 43, decrease flank speed to 4, add advanced radar. The X turret is inoperable, but can still take damage. We remove the 6-inch guns and increase AA to local 10 for -20 points, actually. And then 1945 shifted to reserves. So really interesting ship, and a nice another bruiser here for the Brits. It's again. It's good for its time period and part of the war, and can certainly hang for a little bit, at least with some of the late war, more advanced battleships and other things like that. And if nothing else, can certainly feast on cruisers left and right if you don't really have any better targets that are presenting themselves. So definitely the Warspite is a great addition here. And again, we'll definitely do some work in the early war to mid-war periods for you as well. And beyond that, as long as you treat it like the ship that it is, as opposed to trying to get something out of it that it really can't do or isn't really going to be good at, you're going to be just fine. And again, as usual, Warlord knocked it out of the park with the... throwing things here, knocked it out of the park with the model itself. And this will be really gorgeous once it's all painted up and ready for battle. So hope you guys enjoyed. Leave us a comment if you've already gotten Warspite and what your successes or failures have been with it in battle. And if you've played against the Brits, does the Warspite really worry you? Have you been able to deal with it? Let us know in the comments as well. And then hope you guys could leave us a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also in the description, there's a link to Warlord itself. So if you guys ever want to support the channel even more, definitely just follow that link, and anything you buy there from that link will help out the channel. So really really appreciate that if you guys can do that. And in the meantime, stay tuned. Thanks so much for stopping by again, and we will have more Victory at Sea content coming for you soon.